put your email in the little form or you put it on the webpage, you know, that's huge. And you should celebrate yourself for that. I am celebrating you. That is huge. Celebrate every single little time that you do the work. Because the more you celebrate these things, the more will open up for you. Okay? So, really quick, my background. Checking in on Facebook. Hi. Hi, Stephanie. Hello. All right. Really quick, since there's a lot of new people here. Hello. Yes. Doing the work is what shifts in my life. Okay? My background. I am a recovering addict. I am a recovering self-harmer. I have scars all up and down my left arm from when I used to self-harm really bad, especially in high school. Okay? I had severe depression. I had severe anxiety. My anxiety still pops up. I didn't heal these things because I found some magic ingredient, some magic secret. I healed every single one of these things because I did the work. And I probably would have healed them sooner if I did the work sooner. If I didn't put it off, if I didn't put it off one more day to do something else that didn't matter. So often we show up and we do the things that we think we have to do, right? All of these things, especially in my business, right? When I was in my business in the beginning, I would show up every single day. I need to write one more post. I need to write one more email. I need to do this. I need to go on YouTube. I need to make a Pinterest. I need to do all of these things. All of those things did not push me further. And all of those things were preventing me from doing the real work on myself because I would make excuses. Oh no, I'll journal tomorrow because I got to wake up and immediately spring out of bed, check my phone, check my notifications. I have to do all of these things, and it wasn't working. It wasn't working. Once I started to commit myself to doing the work, everything shifted. Once I started to commit myself to 5 minutes in the morning just for myself, I started with 5 minutes, everything shifted. When you show up for yourself first, there's going to be a ripple effect. It's a ripple effect. It ripples out into every single area of your life when you show up for yourself first. And you might have to push yourself at the beginning. Push yourself to not look at your phone in the morning. Instead, get up and stretch. Go outside and breathe in the fresh air. Sit on the ground. Put your feet on the ground. Sink into the earth, ground into the earth. Do something. 5 minutes. And I promise you that 5 minutes is going to turn into 10, which is going to turn into an hour. And then you're going to wonder why you didn't have all this time years ago. It's like time opens up for you. And the universe responds when we show up for ourselves. Okay, this week is your chance to really do this. So commit to yourself, commit to doing the work. And also, the work is literally anything that moves you closer to your desired reality or helps you to heal. So a lot of times, especially early on, when a lot of people would ask me, what is the work, right? What do I have to do? I don't know what I have to do. Okay, well, that's why we're here. I'm gonna teach you what to do, right? But also, the work is literally anything that moves you closer to your desired reality, anything that helps you heal deeper. Journaling is so magical. Writing something down on a piece of paper in your journal, you wouldn't believe. I'm sure a lot of you already know. You guys know. It's magical, and celebrate yourself for doing it. Listening to trainings like this is magical. Listening to podcasts and being in that high vibration energy of another person. So often when we are transforming our lives, we feel alone, like we're in it all by ourselves. You're not alone, and you can be in that high vibration energy of someone else by listening to trainings like this, listening to podcasts, watching videos. Just give yourself the time of day for your self-development. When you do this, you're going to grow. That's how you grow, okay? And also, imagine what you can change over the next 5 days if you really commit to yourself and to the work. Just think about it. How different would that be from what you normally do? I think a lot. A lot can change. Hello, Facebook. Anyone new jumping on? Let me know where you're viewing this from, and welcome. Same to you, Instagram. Yes. Okay. So if you are here because your finances are not so great. I've been there. If you're here because you feel stuck and you know that there's trauma, there's wounds beneath the surface that you need to heal, I have been there. If you've been trying to build a business and you just can't seem to get it to work, I have been there. I have been there. If you have low self-worth, if you feel stuck at an income plateau, if you feel lost, you feel unfulfilled, I've been there. I have experienced all of this, and I am here today because I have experienced all of this. I've been through the darkness. I want to begin our beautiful training today by talking a little bit about my relationship with money and abundance, which was always weird. It was always very strange, and it was really like the last 2 weeks, so much came up the last 2 weeks. I'm going to go into that. Okay. So I discovered manifestation over 10 years ago because of a simple Google search. How to make money fast was the search. Okay. I wanted to make money fast. I was lost. I was unfulfilled. It was right out of college or right at the end of college. And I had made this search, money manifestation popped up. And I said, okay, this makes sense. I'm going to manifest some money. That's what I'm going to do. Let me manifest some money. I don't know. It sounded like something that I always knew. It sounded like it just made sense, like this is how the world worked, right? Our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs create our own reality. It made so much sense to me. That was my soul telling me, ding, 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 you're getting closer, right? And up to that point, I always was so interested in the oddities of the universe, like aliens and ghosts and like how things worked. I just wanted to know how things worked. But I was also very broken and very sad and depressed. And at that point, I thought I had needed money. I thought that was the missing piece that was going to make me feel whole. So in those early years, I manifested a ton of money. Like a lot. I would have these crazy money manifestations. A lot of you guys know about my $500 in 48 hours manifestation. I manifested $75,000 in like 30 days. It was a little more than 30 days. But it was just crazy. Looking back, a few years ago, I was looking back and I was thinking, like, why can't I just repeat those so easily? Why was it so easy for me back then? So it was easy for a few reasons. Number one is because I didn't know as much. I didn't know as much. Now I know so much more. So it's like your mind just keeps going, which I am in the process of unlearning, by the way. I didn't know as much. But also, it was so easy for me to just create money out of nowhere. I think because the universe, God, my soul, my higher self, they were all telling me I had to be in this work and I had to be guided to this work somehow. So I truly believe that those crazy money manifestations happened at the beginning because it was a message that I had to go deeper. Because those manifestations solidified my belief in the process. Those manifestations are why I'm here right now. That was like 15 years ago. And, as I go deeper, I realize it's not about manifestation at all. It's not about money at all. And it's amazing when you look back and you realize how things have happened, why they happened, and you learn how to feel gratitude, deep gratitude for the struggles that got you here. Hi, Kathleen. You're in New York. I'm in New York too. Hello, neighbor. So, I manifested a lot of money. And then it wasn't enough, right? I was just manifesting money here and there. So my next thing was, okay, well, I don't need money. I need a career. It was always I need something. I need something. So if it wasn't I need this, then it must be I need a career. If it wasn't I need money, then it must be I need a career. Okay. So I manifested a career in finance. I manifested it perfectly. Like, just amazingly. I didn't know it was going to be in finance. I manifested it beautifully. Again, solidified my belief in the process. I thought that this is what I was meant to do because it just worked so perfectly, but it still wasn't working. It still wasn't working. Like no money was coming in. It was so hard. I remember it was so difficult for me. It was hard for me to get to the office. It was hard for me to be there, among other people that I felt like the odd man out. It was hard. It wasn't something that lit my soul aflame. It wasn't something that made me so joyfully happy. But I thought that that's what people did. They got their souls sucked out of them because they need a career, right? That's what I thought my whole entire life, and that's a product of also society. Society teaches us that, jobs are bad. Ugh, I'm stuck at work, Oh my God, I can't wait for the weekends. Oh my God, I hate my boss. These are normal in our society. These lines of thinking, these things that we say. And I convinced myself that was just the way it was. But my soul was telling me something different. Totally different. And it wasn't working because I wasn't meant to be there. You'll know when you're living in your purpose. You'll know when you are in alignment. Your soul is on fire. You're flowing. You can't wait to wake up every morning. You love what you do. And you love yourself. And you're proud of yourself. And even if, you do the deep healing work and it's not always easy, you're not always going to be in a high vibration, but you're so proud of yourself for just showing up. Life is so different for me now. And if it's possible for me, it is possible for all of you. It's more than possible. We're not meant to have our souls sucked out of us. We're not meant to be miserable. We're not meant to just, have a job, get married, have kids, then you die. Right? Having family and having children is beautiful. Having a job that you love is beautiful. But if you're here, it's probably because you feel like you are meant for something more. That's where I was. And that feeling that you're meant for something bigger, for something more, that's your soul guiding you. That is your soul guiding you back to the truth of who you really are. Okay? So, once I decided the career in finance wasn't working, well, what I did was I decided instead of just having a regular financial practice, I wanted to put my practice online, right? So like a regular online business model where I would, have a blog and have a website and have an email list. I wanted to do that. So that's what I started doing. I started building a business. I started to build the framework for the business and my website and my Instagram and everything. And then that wasn't working. And in fact, I started to talk about money mindset and even money manifestation, which is a big no-no for the Financial Regulatory Authority. FINRA told me that I could not give any type of mindset coaching at all if I still had my financial licenses. Couldn't do it, otherwise I'd be faced with hefty fines. China says that's exactly where I am. I just don't know what my true purpose is. It's all about being guided. It's all about surrendering, letting yourself go, surrendering yourself to Source, God, Universe, Creator, and to yourself. And you will be guided the more you do this work. It's so much of an exploration. And tomorrow we're going to be talking more about purpose and also designing our dream life, but not necessarily knowing what we want it to look like, right? A lot of us, when we feel so unfulfilled, we don't really know what that life looks like. But you do have an idea, and we're going to get into that tomorrow. Okay, so I wanted to put my business online, and yeah, FINRA told me, nope, you can't do that. No way. So I did the scary thing, which was the stupid thing at the time, and I said, all right, well, see you later. I'm going to start this business thing and see how it works. And I dropped my licenses. I just said goodbye to the comfort of having a real job, and I began my business. And this is right before COVID. And who here has their own business or is creating their own business or wants to have their own business? I know I saw a few of those in Facebook answers for the questions when you get into the group. Let me know. Do you guys hear the lawn thing outside? It's so loud. I guess you guys hear me. China, can you hear me? They're doing yard work and that's all I hear, but I guess you guys hear me because probably would have told me if you couldn't by now. All right. So, started my business full time and then COVID hit. And then I also picked up a serious alcohol addiction right at that time. My anxiety went through the roof. I felt claustrophobic. I felt like I was lost. I felt stuck. I felt scared. I felt like I just didn't have control. Thank you, China. Okay. Good. All I hear is the yard work outside. I talk loud anyway, so loud New Yorker. All right. Now, as I started the business, I built up a very, very strong list. And many of you are here. China, I know you're here from those early days when I built up that strong list, but I still couldn't figure out how to generate income in my business. I was doing a lot of one-off coaching sessions that really helped me hone my skills, but I wasn't even really fully sure of what I was teaching. I knew I was teaching manifestation, but it was just like I could never, it never clicked. I couldn't figure it out. So what I did was I couldn't figure out how to generate any kind of income, any kind of consistent income. I thought I'm going to leave my job in finance and have this sweet business and it's just going to be, 10K months off the bat. It doesn't work that way all the time. It can work that way. But it doesn't work that way all the time. And if you are building your own business or in your own business, this is a journey in and of itself, and your soul guided you to that journey for a reason as well. Building a business it's been the greatest journey of healing and exploration I've ever known. I don't know if I would have been anywhere near where I am if I didn't start it. So, all right, I built up a strong list, and I still couldn't figure out how to generate income, so I decided I was going to change my niche. Now the sirens are coming in. It's so loud outside. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wait. All right. There they go. I changed my niche to money manifestation because I thought that was going to bring more people into my world, right? If I teach money manifestation, that's niche down even more. This is why I also think that niche is kind of bullshit sometimes. Like, we're just so trained to believe that whatever we're doing is not good enough, right? Whatever we're doing, we got to do one more thing to make it work. We got to get one more piece of strategy. We got to change our niche a little more. We got to dig deeper into the pain points of the clients, all of that is just such bullshit. None of that helped me. What helped me was going within and learning how to cultivate the feelings of what I wanted from within. And that's what you're going to learn in this series. Okay, so I changed my niche to money manifestation. That didn't work. And then at that point, my blood work started coming back abnormal for my liver enzymes. They were high. And I was feeling actual pain in my liver. The alcohol was spiraling out of control. I was drinking at night, So I think at first I didn't really think anything of it. And I had been through so much prior to that in substance addiction, going back to high school, that I never thought alcohol was going to hurt me the way that it did. I thought it was normal, I guess. Everybody drinks, like people celebrate with alcohol. I thought it was normal. And I realized that it wasn't. And I was drinking way too much at night just to knock myself out for a few hours because the anxiety was at an all-time high. This was all coming up, and this was all coming to the surface because there was still more for me to heal. It set me on a deeper journey of healing. And I had done healing work before, but nothing like I was about to embark on after COVID. Okay, the deep stories, the old wounds, the past addictions since my teenage years, it all started coming up to the surface. And I was at that point saying, well, I started my own business, right? Like, I moved through the fear. They say you gotta do the scary thing, right? Move through the fear. I did that. How come nothing's working? I did that. How come? Why am I drinking so much just so that I can go to sleep at night? Right? Like, why is this all happening? I'm doing the work. I know about manifestation. I manifested $70,000 in 30 days. Why can't I replicate that? It was just, I couldn't figure it out. And all of these things kept happening because I had to go deeper and I had to heal. They were being presented to me. So I had to give me the opportunity to heal. You know, we don't ever really need to do anything. What we need is to be guided. Is to really unplug and listen to what things are telling you. That's going to be part of your homework today. We're going to go over that in a little bit. So it wasn't easy, and I took a year off from my business. I was living on savings. My family was helping me out a lot, which made me feel, I can't even tell you, this deep sense of guilt and shame. You know, it's like, I went to college, I have a degree, did the stupid thing by deciding I wanted to start a business that didn't work. Just old story after old story, and I kept beating myself up. Those patterns kept coming up. The self-destruction, right? The beating myself up, just this self-hatred kept popping up. And it's because all of those years prior, I did not really look at these stories. My healing work led me to Sedona, Arizona with my mentor, which is where I was ripped wide open, and I did deep forgiveness work, deep forgiveness work there. Self-forgiveness is one of the greatest gifts you can ever give yourself. Self-forgiveness. I say this all the time. All the time. The guilt that you hold inside, the shame that you hold inside, you know, so often we feel guilty or we feel shameful because of how we're showing up in the world in relation to other people, right? Like, or my parents are going to be disappointed in me. My partner is going to leave me. This person's going to think badly of me. Those feelings are coming from within you. And once you learn how to forgive yourself and release the pain and release the guilt and release the shame, none of that will matter anymore. You're not going to give a shit what that person thinks about you, believe me. Because you know yourself. Self-forgiveness is so powerful. This isn't part of the homework, but if you have your journal out, just take a note here and make a list of things you want to forgive yourself for. Make that list. Get it out. Getting it out, just getting it out energetically can do so much. I don't know how these things work. I really don't know how these things work, but it works. Energetically, you're getting it out. And you hold so much inside, you might not even realize, you probably don't even realize what you hold inside. Now they just stopped with the yard work, and I feel like I'm yelling. Okay. You need to forgive yourself. That's a need. That's an absolute need. Because you are the center of everything. You are the center of everything in your world. Everything that you feel and believe about yourself ripples out into your world. Your whole entire reality is a product of the way that you feel about yourself and the way you show up for yourself. You need to forgive yourself and release whatever guilt you're holding on to. None of it matters. None of it matters. And when you start to realize that the pain is showing you what needs to be healed so that you can go further and you can align with your true essence as a divine conscious creator, then those stories are really, they're not going to matter, right? It's like that heavy weight that we put onto these things is just going to fall away. It just falls off because you see the bigger picture, which is that you are magical. You are pure magic, and you're capable of anything, and it's the truth. And check it on Facebook. Okay. Yes, Stephanie. Stephanie said Ho'opono. Forgiveness. I forgive you. I'm sorry. I love you. Thank you. Say it. Say it over and over. Say it. I forgive you. I'm sorry. I love you. Hug yourself. Thank you. Thank you. I forgive you. I forgive you. And write a list. It's so powerful. Some of the most powerful work you will ever do is self-forgiveness. The only way out is through. I was in a healing ceremony with my mentor and a beautiful soul family last week. and something just, I wasn't even writing in my journal. I was just kind of like, I was in meditation. I was just laying there, I was crying a lot. And I opened up my journal at one point because the same message kept coming through. The only way out is through. The only way out is through. Sometimes this work and healing is not fun, and we put it off because we don't want to see. We don't want to see the things that make us feel so much guilt. We don't want to see the things that cause us so much pain, but also we are scared of what's on the other side of healing these old stories because we don't know. We have no idea what's on the other side, and that's scary. If our whole entire lives up to this point were built off of self-destructive thoughts and feelings and beliefs, well, who am I going to be without all of this heavy baggage? Who is that person? You don't know, and it's scary. But the only way out is through. Okay, so fast forward to a little less than a year ago, and I came back to my business full time, and I shifted my messaging to reflect what I truly wanted to teach, which was manifestation, but also spiritual healing, deep inner healing, soul purpose, soul alignment, teaching others how to unleash the divine energy within them. And then Manifesting Miracle Worker Academy was born. I, for so long, kept telling myself, I need a signature program. I need a signature program for years in my business. You know, like when nothing was working, I need it. Well, that wasn't working either. I couldn't figure it out. I always knew I wanted an academy for years, but I couldn't figure it out. So I went on this deep healing journey. I took time off from my business. I'm very grateful I was able to do that. I was in a lot of debt. I was about to say I am in a lot of debt. I only have one credit card left now, guys. I'm going to talk about that in a second, too. This program, the Academy, was channeled through me. Like, it all came out one night. I remember sitting down and I was typing out the framework, because it's the framework that helped me heal my life and learn how to unleash the divine power within. And I sat there and it was like my hands were just moving, and it was created. I birthed it. I was channeling it. And this workshop is being held in honor of the Academy. The Academy is the only program of its kind that fuses the deep inner healing with manifestation and soul purpose alignment on the level that it does. And it wouldn't have been this way if I tried and I forced to create it years ago. It wouldn't have happened. Now I see. Looking back, you always see. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing what just opens up for you. Like, oh, that's why that happened. You know? The Academy is a beautiful program. I am so, so proud of it. And this whole framework is based off of my journey. This whole workshop is based off of that program, a few of the lessons in the program. Of course, we can't get into all of them. The Academy takes you on your own transformational journey over the course of 12 weeks, plus one-on-one support, and it's a hybrid program. It's unlike anything else I've ever seen out there, and I've seen a lot. I've taken a lot, too. My pain and struggles were the beautiful messages of what I needed to heal. The pain and the struggles helped me to step into my purpose, and it helped me to bring this program to the world so that it can, in turn, help others align with their soul and do the most important work of their lives to transform and heal and grow. And this program would not be what it is if I had released it way back when I was forcing and pushing. Okay? This is why I say the only way out is through. Embrace your resistance. What is this story trying to tell me? In the present moment, ask yourself that. Now I see, looking back, but, you know, knowing what I know now, I'm able to see things more clearly in the current moment. Not everything, but I'm able to see why things happen the way that they do, and it takes a lot of the pressure off when you can see that there are so many lessons coming to you through what's happening and through your resistance. Okay, if you'd like more information on the Academy, please send me a DM Instagram, Facebook, or you can go to itsmandamay.com/academy. We're going to go into launch season 2 next week. You could also book your discovery call right now before we go into round 2 of the launch. This will guarantee you a spot should you choose to join. It's a beautiful program. So if you have questions, you let me know and grab that discovery call, okay? We will go over everything. So that was the whole entire entry. That was the entrance. No, I'm not going to keep you here for hours, guys, I promise. All right. So manifestation is made up of 3 major steps. Healing, 1. Creating, 2. And embodiment, 3. Once I did the work to heal, the old money stories started to fade. Once I did the work to heal and consistently create and consistently embody my desired reality, that's when I started to collapse timelines. That's when my reality started to shift fast. Like I said before, I wasn't doing the work for so long. I wasn't doing it. So therefore, I felt like stuck. I felt stuck. This is why I say doing the work is so powerful. The work that you're going to do today after this training is just so powerful. And it might not seem like it on paper, guys, but it is. You just got to do it. Okay? Today is all about healing. Today is all about healing your relationship with money and learning how to break down, deconstruct the old belief systems that you have in place that are preventing you from being the abundant, divine being of light that you are meant to be, that you are. Okay? Healing your relationship with abundance has nothing to do with money, and it has nothing to do with abundance. It has everything to do with you, with yourself, how you show up for yourself, what you think about yourself. It has everything to do with your relationship with yourself. Okay? So many amazing sisters coming into the Facebook group over the last 2 weeks. We were pulling in so many new people into the Facebook group, and when you come into the group, there's questions, there's membership questions, and it says, what are you here to heal and what are you here to manifest? So many of you wrote about, like almost all of you, wrote about how you're here to heal inner child wounds, ancestral trauma. And that says something about us all coming together as a collective to heal and rise up together. So many of you. Okay, today's all about deep inner healing. And we're going to be talking about healing all week long, but today is the day that we're going to begin to get really clear on those stories that are keeping us stuck. The heaviness, the shadows that are blocking your divine channel. Think about it like that. Your divine energy is always shining bright, right? Think about it like from your heart center. But all these old stories, the limiting programming, the trauma, the pain that we carry through the bloodline, all of it clouds up that divine connection. That's why we call this shadow work, right? It's those shadows that are standing in the way of letting it shine the way it is trying to shine out. Once you heal all of those layers in the way, you'll become brighter and brighter and brighter. And there's always something at every new level to heal. There's always an opportunity for healing. There's always an opportunity to go deeper, to transform deeper, to transform again. You could change your mind. You could shift whatever you want. You could do anything. There's always going to be work in healing, growing, and creating. Okay, now, I just want to check in on Facebook. Okay. Fort Mill, South Carolina. Okay. Hi, AJ. Hello. I love South Carolina. I love anywhere that's not New York most of the time. But then when I come back, it's like, oh my God, I'm home. I'm like flying in and I see the city as I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful. And then like a week later, I just can't wait to get out again. So it's not that easy here, but it's where I am right now. All right. So I want to talk about that for a moment. The shadows, the heaviness, the stories keeping us stuck. All of these low vibrational thoughts and feelings, well, we feel like they keep us stuck, right? Oh, I know I have limiting storylines. I know I have money blocks. I know I have something blocking me. So we feel like they're keeping us stuck, but really, they are to be celebrated. They're here to show us what we need to face. We have to go through the darkness in order to align with our true light. The only way out is through. Now I know why that message came up for me, because I was supposed to bring it to all of you here this week. I just got the chills. I almost got my ring stuck too. Oh my gosh. It just dawned on me. See? And it's like that's we're going to talk about this too. You need to keep your mind open. What is this teaching me? What is the lesson in this moment? What is this resistance teaching me? The resistance of moving through to our next level of freedom and abundance and anything else that we desire. It's not about ignoring the darkness. It's about embracing the darkness as a messenger for what we need to heal. All right, so before we get into belief systems, I do want to talk a little bit about generational trauma and low vibrational energy that we carry through the bloodline. Okay? Trauma is energy. Everything is energy, right? We manifest because like energy attracts like energy. That's how manifestation works. Everything is energy. We are energy beings. And a lot of this work has a lot to do with learning how to work with your own energy, learning how to work with the energy of the universe, God, creator, source. You learn all about that in the academy. You learn how to work with all of the different universal energies. But that's how we manifest. So even trauma is energy. It's a low vibrational energy, but it's energy. And this energy can live in the bloodline. It can live in our bodies. We carry it with us. The reason that we often continue to live out the same patterns of lack, the same patterns of anxiety, depression, self-destruction, a lot of the time, it's because of this energy that we have inherited from the bloodline. We're going to go into belief systems. So we're also going to talk about, things that have happened in childhood that we carry with us. But a lot of times we will repeat the same patterns over and over and we can't figure it out. Even think about relationships. If you've ever been in that pattern of self-destructive or horrible relationships, right? I have. And it seems like even though we find someone new each time, it's the same stories that keep playing out. It's because something needs to be healed within us. A lot of times it can be some generational trauma that you carry with you. A lot of other times it can be things that have happened to you in your life consciously that you remember, or unconsciously that you don't remember but have happened in your present day life. We often continue these same patterns over and over and over again until the moment that we decide to heal. We feel stuck a lot. A lot of the times when we feel stuck and we feel like, we're doing the work. I did the work. I showed up today. I showed up for myself. I'm doing this. I'm doing that, but I'm still stuck. I'm still stuck. I don't know why. I'm still stuck. Might be because of things like ancestral trauma. And that's not to say that you can't continue moving through and create what you desire if you feel like you still have ancestral trauma to heal. It doesn't really work that way. You can both create and step into your desired reality, but still have things that you want to heal simultaneously. I don't want anyone to feel like, I'm never going to be able to get to where I got to go unless I heal first. That may be true, right? I mean, I had to go really deep because I had to rewrite a lot of these patterns. But don't let it prevent you from creating also. That's why the 3 main parts of this process are healing, creating, and embodiment. And you could do all 3 simultaneously. We're going to get into that later this week too. So when we feel stuck, we don't know what it is. We've done the limiting belief work. We've done the belief systems work. We've done inner child healing. We've gone back to our childhood. We've forgiven ourselves. We've forgiven everyone else in our lives, but we're still stuck, right? So if this is ancestral trauma through the bloodline, this is where your relationship with your higher self comes in, and this is where your relationship with source, with God, with creator, with the universe comes in. So really quick story. The last few weeks for me, I have been in a deep portal of healing for myself. I started it 2 weeks ago today. 2 full weeks ago today, because I was getting ready not just for this workshop, but also for a beautiful healing ceremony in Connecticut with my teacher and soul family, beautiful soul family. And I was getting myself ready. So a lot of stuff was coming out. Plus, we just came out of Mercury retrograde today. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? There's also something going on with the alignment, I think, of Jupiter and something, I'll know for tomorrow, but Jupiter, something with Taurus, which is like the sign of money. Obviously, I'm not that great at astrology. But this abundance workshop is happening at the perfect moment in time. Mercury retrograde just ended. We are here. We showed up. Our abundance portal has begun. It's a lot of energy this week. So let that guide you. Let that enhance what you're doing even more. So I had this 2-week portal of healing for myself, and old money stories were coming up more than ever. It wasn't even that I was really working through money stories. It's just that they kept coming up. They kept coming up. And I kept asking the universe, what is keeping me stuck? Please show me. Please show me higher self. Please show me. I just keep asking, because I felt I felt like there was something that I didn't know, right? Like I had to uncover something, like ancestral trauma. So I asked, please show me. Then all of a sudden, I started having conversations all week long. I had a conversation with my aunt about, I think, like my grandfather, like my ancestors. I had plenty of conversations with my mom. I had a conversation with my friend at the gas station that I go to all the time. You would be surprised where these conversations are coming from. And every single one of them was telling me something. Like every single one of them. Especially the ones with my family, they were telling me things about my family and like patterns of anxiety and, just the way that they were raised and how, my family who came from Italy and just all this stuff. But these conversations were coming up for a reason. And the reason I am telling you this is because everything is a message to go deeper. So it's important to be intentional. It's important to listen. It's important to ask, what is this teaching me? Sometimes the realization is all you need. Sometimes if you're thinking, okay, well, why am I so stuck? And then maybe you'll have a conversation with a family member like I did. And then you learn that, your great grandmother had anxiety or, some horribly traumatic thing happened to her. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, wow. Okay, things make sense now. And sometimes the realization is all you need. Sometimes you realize it and the thing is just poof, gone. Other times you may feel like you want to cry for your ancestors. Cry for what they've been through and what they've felt, what they've held on to. It is you who chooses to rise up and heal. It's 2:22, guys, by the way. I just noticed that. I've been seeing a lot of 2s lately. We'll be done very shortly. This is going on. It's going to be a little more than an hour each day. Keep your mind open. Be intentional with everything. Ask yourself, what is this teaching me? Okay? So sometimes when we feel like we are so stuck and we don't know what it is that we need to heal, we don't know what it is that we need to release, we don't know why we keep living out the same patterns, the low vibrational patterns, the same old money stories, the same cycles of debt, the same cycles of lack, arguments about money, feeling like there's never enough, or just feeling like even if there is enough, you're still not happy. Same cycles over and over. A lot of the times you just need to get quiet, ask to be shown. What do I need to be shown? And really listen. I'm going to go over this in the homework too. Okay? Everything is a message for something deeper. All right, so how are we feeling, everybody? You guys still with me on Facebook? Yes. Okay. Good. Instagram. Yes. All right, let's get into belief systems. Belief systems. Now, when I first started coaching, when I first started teaching manifestation and spiritual healing years ago, I was teaching a lot about limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs, limiting beliefs. Because why? That's what people were searching for on Google. Because I would go on like the Google keyword research tool to see like what are people looking for when it comes to manifestation. Wait, I just want to turn on my do not disturb. Sorry guys on Instagram. Sorry. Oop. Sorry guys. Sorry. I'm back. I forgot I had to turn on do not disturb because if I get a phone call come in, then it's going to be done. I'm going to have to restart the whole thing. Well, not restart, but that's not going to happen. So, we made it this far. I was teaching a lot about limiting beliefs because I thought that that's what people wanted to learn about, right? We all know we have limiting beliefs. And I didn't really know anything deeper than that. All I knew was limiting belief work. I didn't really know that there were things that were deeper than just what I call it now surface level limiting belief work. Limiting belief work is just scratching the surface. When you really go into belief systems to rewrite, restructure, reprogram, that's the deep work. And a lot of the work in belief systems ties into inner child healing. A lot of it. Because a lot of these belief systems were created, you took on a lot of these belief systems from childhood, from the ages of 2 and 12, when our minds are like sponges. Okay? In the Academy, you go deep into belief systems and inner child healing. But I want to give you a taste of this right now because belief systems are the building blocks of our whole entire reality. So yes, limiting belief work is important, but work in belief systems, you're going to go even deeper. It's even deeper. It's not just limiting belief work. Sometimes it is, right? Again, sometimes awareness is all you need. Sometimes you could say, oh, I have a limiting belief that I need to work really hard in order to make money. Okay, so you admitted that to yourself, right? You were honest with yourself. You became aware of it, and now it could be released. Sometimes the awareness is all you need. But other times when we continue to play out the same patterns in our lives, we really need to go deeper to restructure the belief systems. So most beliefs are formed between the ages of 2 and 12. Okay, for homework, you are going to start thinking about belief systems. You're going to do an exercise in belief systems, and then tomorrow you're going to do an exercise in inner child healing. Again, we don't have a live video tomorrow, but make sure you get your emails because you're going to be getting homework all week. Okay, so our minds between the ages of 2 and 12 especially, not just the ages of 2 and 12, right? When we're teenagers, a lot of things happen that form our beliefs. But for the most part, between the ages of 2 and 12, our minds soak up everything around us. This is how our beliefs are formed. So beliefs like money is bad or money is the root of all evil, things like that can be formed during those years. And it's not just from our parents or our caregivers. It could also be from society, things we see on television. Maybe you had parents who always argued about money, or you had parents who always worked. That could create a belief in your mind that money is bad. That money is bad and it takes people away from you. Or maybe your parents had to work so hard just to put food on the table. That can create a belief in your mind that you need to work really hard in order to be successful. But we all know working hard is not getting us anywhere. Hard work, but that pushing, that forcing, that resistance, it doesn't get us to where we really need to be. We want to be in flow. We want to be in alignment. We want to be moving freely. We want to be aligned with our soul. And in order to do that, we need to truly go after what we love. We need to follow our joy, right? You always see those posters, follow your joy. It's like, I used to roll my eyes. I'm like, okay, follow your joy. Okay. You would see him in the doctor's office. It's the truth, guys. When you're flowing in alignment, you're following your joy. The reason that my career in finance didn't work out is because I wasn't following my joy. I was doing what I thought I had to do. I thought I had to get a career. And sometimes we have to. Of course, sometimes we have to. We have children, we have families, we need money. But that doesn't mean that if you are feeling like you're not living in your purpose, doing a job or doing a career that you may not be happy with, that doesn't mean that you can't also start exploring something else, right? Again, there's no definitives here. It's not if that, then this. Or once I do this, then I can have that. We're allowed to do things simultaneously. Or once I heal more, then I can be successful. Or then I can have abundance. Then I can, be financially independent. We are able and allowed to do things simultaneously. That's another belief, a limiting belief, that we need to do this in order to get there. Once we have the money, then we can show up for ourselves. Once we have the money, then we can take that vacation or just freaking enjoy our lives. Once I have the money, then I won't be so anxious all the time. The anxiety is telling you something different. It's not about the money. There's no such thing as a money block either. It's not about the money. It's about you and how you show up for yourself. And tomorrow we're going to talk about soul purpose a lot more and following and flowing in your joy. Okay? So even the kids in school who made fun of you for not having something, let's say, expensive, like a pair of sneakers, something that was really big when I was in high school were the Tiffany bracelets, right? Like the Please Return to Tiffany. And people would get made fun of. These things shape your whole entire reality. All of these experiences. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It doesn't mean that there's something, well, how come, this person went through the same experience that I did, but they're thriving and I'm not. Well, number one, that's all relative, right? We don't know if they're thriving. And number two, everything is teaching you to go deeper. You're doing the most important work you will ever do. The work to help you align with your true essence, to unleash the power within you, to become aligned with your soul. That's deep stuff, guys. That's what these stories are telling you. They guide you to go deeper. Okay? Again, awareness is sometimes all you need, right? So, okay, the kids in school made fun of me for not having that pair of sneakers, so that made me feel like, I could never have money, or I could never be worthy of having money, or I could never be worthy of having nice things. You're aware. You're aware that that's why you believe the way you do, because of that instance in your life. Okay. Awareness is sometimes all you need, but sometimes you got to go deeper, and the beliefs need to be deconstructed. And we need to understand what they really mean. So instead of that same example with the kids and the sneakers and making fun of someone for not having as nice things, meant nothing about you. It meant nothing about you. It meant nothing about your worth. It meant nothing about your worth and your ability to have money. You're already worthy. You were born worthy. Everything you desire, all of the good is already yours. This is all about reclaiming what is ours, relearning who we really are, relearning, because the true essence of our soul is abundant. And that's why you're doing this work. So that story had nothing to do with you. That story had to do with those kids who probably felt a certain way, or they were taught at home that maybe, sneakers equal status, and they weren't getting the love that they needed, so they lash out at others. Had nothing to do with you. Sometimes deconstructing these beliefs and assigning them the meaning that they really mean can do everything. What does this story really mean? So for so long, I made it mean something about me, and I made it mean something about the way I show up, and I made it mean something about my worth and the ability I have to create abundance in my life. But what does it really mean? Now looking back, what does this story really mean? Doesn't mean anything about you. Other stories like your parents arguing over money has nothing to do with you. Maybe your parents always argued about money, so you thought money's scary. That's scary because I'm always hearing this arguing and it's loud and it's scary. Or maybe you even thought that you did something wrong. Has nothing to do with you. Has everything to do with them and their decisions. And perhaps their own guilt or shame. Has nothing to do with you. Your power comes from awareness, being aware of the real meaning, being aware of where these belief systems have come from. You are a wildly powerful being. You are magical. It's up to you to heal for yourself, for your whole family. It is up to you to grow and become more aligned with the truth of who you really are, your soul. You do this through awareness. You do this through deconstructing beliefs. You get into the driver's seat of your own reality by being able to identify and heal these belief systems that are preventing you from fully unleashing your true power. What are they? Well, it's time to identify them. Really sit down and get into it. You're going to do this for homework? All right. We're almost done, guys. And checking in on Facebook. How is everyone doing? Hello, Instagram. We're about to wrap up and get into the homework. All right? Okay. Yes. So for your homework is 3 parts, and this is going to be emailed to you, and it will also be posted in the Facebook community. If you're not in the Facebook group, you can find it at my Instagram link. Mama loves coffee. I love that. I love everything you're saying. I'm so glad it's resonating with you. Loving listening to you. China, I'm so happy you're here. I haven't seen you in so long. It's so nice. Yep. New faces, old faces, faces. Screen names on a computer. I can picture your beautiful faces. I feel your energy. Okay, your homework is 3 parts. And it will be posted in the Facebook community and emailed to you. Make sure to check your emails. Number 1, be intentional. This is for all week long, okay? Your homework this week is to be intentional and ask for guidance and see what comes up. Ask for guidance. Universe, please show me. God, please show me what I need to heal. Please show me what I need to do next. Please show me what my next steps are. That's a good one. I am planning on doing a podcast. Shh. Secret. I'm so happy you guys, this is resonating with you. I'm so happy you're all here. I'm so honored you're all here. So, yeah, be intentional. Homework number 1, ask for guidance. See what comes up. See what comes up. Ask and it is given. Ask and it is given. Ask the universe. You will receive. You will receive. Like anything too, anytime you're feeling stuck, just ask. Be intentional this week. Even as you're moving through the work that you're doing, maybe you feel stuck, you know you have a belief that makes you feel unworthy of having money, but you're not sure where it came from. Ask. God, universe, please show me. Show me. This is for all week long as you're doing this work. Be intentional, okay? All right, number 2 is you're going to get honest about your belief systems, and you're going to write your top 3 negative limiting belief systems about abundance and your ability to have and create abundance. Okay? Top 3. I always like to do things in 3s. What are your top 3 negative limiting beliefs about abundance and your ability to have and create abundance? Then your 3rd part of the homework is going to flip that around. What do you want to believe instead? And that's going to warm you up as we get into day 2, which is about creating. Again, we're going to be talking about healing all week long. Tomorrow, we're going to really get into a lot of the money manifestation stuff, a lot of creating. And then day 3 is embodiment and also co-creating with the higher power, right? Yes. So that's your homework. This is also going to be in the Facebook group. It will also be in your email. You have until Wednesday to do it. Our next live training is on Wednesday. And tomorrow you're also going to get a little mini homework in inner child healing. Again, make sure you check the emails. If you're on Instagram and you have not signed up, go to my bio to sign up. You could still register. The replays are going to be sent out soon. And the replays are going to be up for a full week. And then after that, they're going to be taken down and added to Manifesting Miracle Worker Academy. All right? Doors are now open to the Academy this week. If this free series is helping you out at all, if any of this is resonating with you, I really urge you to check out this beautiful program. Okay? This is your full-blown transformational journey. And I truly believe our souls guide us everywhere we need to be when we need to be there. So if it is calling you, check out the Academy, check out the Academy, and also sign up for your discovery call. Okay? And if you sign up for your discovery call, that will guarantee you a spot if you choose to be enrolled. All right? And also go to itsamandamade.com/academy. I'm so honored you are all here. Okay, day 2 on Wednesday, we're going to go dive deeper into painting that picture. Again, Instagram, so many people just joined, but I'm about to log off. So, go to my bio to sign up. Day 2, Wednesday at 1 p.m., same place. Day 3 on Friday. All right. How are we feeling, guys? How are we feeling, Facebook? Yes. What is a discovery call? That is a very good question, China. That's a very good question. So the discovery call is basically a 30 or so minute call, and that's an opportunity to hop on a call with me that you can learn about the Academy. We can talk about where you're currently at and how the Academy can fit into your personal journey at this time. I'll walk you through the program. You'll explore the program. And it's a chance for us to get on a call together. All right? That link is also in my bio. So you can grab the Academy Discovery Call at the link in my bio, or check your emails, or just DM me. My DMs are always open. Your emails are going out soon. All right, Facebook. Yay, China! I can't wait. I'm so happy you're here. I am so honored. I'm so happy you are all here. Yes. Go sign up for your discovery call. I will see you on Wednesday. I'm going to be sending out everything in just a few moments. As long as YouTube is going to play nice today with me. So everything has to be uploaded to there. All right? You are magical. You are abundant just as you are. Do not ever forget it. I love you. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow. And Facebook. All right. Bye, guys.